Good evening, and thank you for having me tonight to share in the 2015 Fall Letter Jacket Ceremony. I'm extremely honored to be here with you tonight. When I was first asked by Brant to speak this evening, I had two thoughts come into my head. The first was I felt so proud and accomplished. The second one was, am I getting that old? My 5-year-old daughter reminds me every day that I have gray hair coming in on the sides. She's very honest, she speaks her mind, but I guess she's right. My life has changed drastically since I was a student at Notre Dame. I played 10 NBA seasons before retiring from professional basketball in 2013. I currently live in Charlotte, North Carolina, as Brant said, as a community ambassador and the radio analyst for the Charlotte Hornets. I also work for Fox Sports as a college basketball analyst also. I have a beautiful wife and 4 wonderful children, ages 7, 5, 3, and 1. 2 boys and 2 girls, and a dog named Rudy. Yes, Rudy. I graduated from Notre Dame in 2003 with a degree in business. I haven't really had to use my degree as of yet, but it was always given me a great sense of security to have in my back pocket. As a professional athlete, you never know how long your run is going to last, which can be very frustrating at times. But having a degree from Notre Dame is a pretty good plan B. Both of my parents attended Penn State University. My dad played football for the Nittany Lions. I told my mom as a kid that I was either going to go to Penn State or Notre Dame. My mom had the same response each time I said that. She said, I hope that you do. They're both great universities, but if you go to Notre Dame, you better get a scholarship. When I visited Notre Dame as a high school student, I was blown away by the energy and excitement of the Fighting Irish spirit. It was different than every other store that I had visited. I knew it was where I wanted to be. Shortly after I committed to Notre Dame, there was a coaching change. And like most recruits, I wondered, should I look elsewhere? Should I go somewhere else? This wasn't the coach that recruited me. I thought about it for a couple minutes, and then there was no question that I was going to go to Notre Dame, regardless. How lucky was I with a coaching change that I got to play 3 seasons for Coach Mike Bray. So many of my college memories involve basketball, but like all of you, I picked this university for more than just that. My years were filled with great success in the basketball court. Under Coach Bray's direction, we made it to 3 consecutive NCAA tournaments, won the Big East one year, and also my senior year made it to the Sweet 16. Looking back on those 4 years, I was most proud of how we got better and improved every single season. As a team, we played to win, we played as one, and we played for each other. The relationships I had then until this day with my ND teammates is truly priceless. Your teams here are your family on campus, and you will continue to be long after family with them after your final games here at Notre Dame. In college, you do everything together. I love this about being here at Notre Dame and in college. You have team meals, you have pregame mass, you hang out in the locker room, after practice, before games, after games. You go to study hall together, go to the grotto before big exams, some big games. You travel together. You basically spend holidays together. In pro sports, it's different. Like every other job, you have a job to do. You do your job, and then you go home. The camaraderie and togetherness that you experience here at Notre Dame as a college student athlete is very rare and very special, and I truly mean that. Hold on to it and enjoy every privilege you have at this incredible university, because soon you will want all those things back. After my Notre Dame experience, my dream was to play in the NBA, like most college basketball players. I was hopeful after having a very positive draft process that I'd get drafted in one of the 2 NBA rounds. However, I wasn't. It was definitely a big disappointment for me, for my family, for everybody that saw what I had gone through. I had to do a little soul searching at the time. And it didn't help that my sister told me after I wasn't drafted that night that it was time to buy a laptop and find a real job. And of course, the year I came out was 2003. That was the year of LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade, a lot of good players. I think it was the best draft class ever. My current owner of the Charlotte Hornets and boss, Michael Jordan, might disagree. He always says that 1984 was the best draft class in the NBA. He was a part of it. Charles Barkley, Hakeem Olajuwon, that's up for debate. At this time, I was pretty down. What was I going to do now? My journey was just starting, but it wasn't exactly as smooth as I expected. I bounced around the league, played a bunch of different stints with different teams: the New York Knicks, the Portland Trail Blazers, the San Antonio Spurs, the Golden State Warriors, and a few appearances in the NBA Development League. In New York, I was cut the day before the season started. Won't forget that. In Portland, I was released the day before my contract became guaranteed for the rest of the season. Won't forget that day. In San Antonio, legendary coach Greg Popovich told me, he said, "Matt, you are one of our guys. You will most likely make our team the following season. But I will tell you this, in order to stick in this league, you have to play, and you have to play early on in your career. Looking at this roster, there's not a lot of minutes to go around." To his defense, they did win the world championship the next season, so it was good advice. In Golden State, as I was walking off the court from our final preseason practice, I thought I had made the team until I heard a voice say, "Matt, can you come on over here?" Coach brought me over and said, "Listen, you did everything we asked. We appreciate all your hard work, but we're going to have to let you go. Best of luck in the future." That same night, I was staying at my former teammate Troy Murphy's apartment in San Francisco. We went out to dinner. I had a feeling maybe my NBA dream was about to be over. And that afternoon, Troy signed a multi-year deal with the Golden State Warriors. I'm pretty sure he picked up the check, but I'm not positive about that. I went back to the NBA D-League and played there for half a season before I was called up to the Charlotte Bobcats, who are now known as the Charlotte Hornets. I finished the season in Charlotte, signed a couple one-year contracts following that, then signed a long-term contract in Charlotte. Michael Jordan was our team president of basketball operations at the time, and he won a few championships with a former Notre Dame Monogram winner, John Paxson. So I want to thank John for giving Michael some great memories of a shooter to come out of Notre Dame. You never know when your ND family can help you. After 5 seasons, I was then traded to Dallas, then traded back to Charlotte, then traded to New Orleans. And that was the end of my professional career because my wife said, "I'm tired of moving around." There's a quote that hangs in the Spurs locker room by Jacob Riis that stuck with me through my entire career in the NBA. And it reads, "When nothing seems to help, I go look at a stonecutter hammering away at a rock, perhaps 100 times without as much as a crack showing in it. Yet at the 101st blow will split in two, and I know it was not that blow that did it, but all that had gone before." I know for certain that my NBA career came from all the years of hard work chasing my goal and my dream, work that truly began and started when I stepped on campus here at Notre Dame. For the many late nights of shooting in the pit while most people were sleeping. When you experience a euphoric moment like making a game-winning shot, hitting a game-winning home run, catching a winning touchdown pass, sinking a winning putt, winning a race on the final push, acing the winning serve, or nailing a perfect dive, or closing out the final lap, and many more, you understand how those special moments all became possible. Every Monogram member in this room tonight is an example of a role model for a kid that dreams of accomplishing something great someday. Whether it's a kid walking around campus, or kids at one of your games cheering for you, or in a restaurant when you have your Notre Dame gear on. A simple high five, maybe a fist bump, a picture, a few words of encouragement can have a lasting impact on a young child's life. I didn't fully understand this until I had children of my own, and I saw firsthand the look in their eyes when they got to meet one of you. Speaking of Notre Dame gear, the ND monogram is so iconic and recognizable and has been a huge conversation starter for me over the years. I can remember wearing Charlotte Hornets, all the NBA gear. I have so much gear I don't know what to do with. Don't really want to wear it anymore, but if anybody wants it, let me know. And walking around, most people don't say anything, but I'll tell you this. If I have a Notre Dame monogram on, there will be someone that says to me at least once, "Go Irish." I've gotten stopped more by wearing that iconic monogram than anything else. The ND monogram will be a part of your legacy and future forever. You are now forever linked to this prestigious ND Monogram Club, and what great company to keep. We all know that ND isn't the easiest school to get into, and the odds of playing a college sport nowadays are small. I think it's around 3.5% of high school basketball players actually play in college. This room is full of smart, talented, dedicated, and hardworking young men and women who have defied the odds already. I'm so excited to follow each and every one of you and cheer you on as you continue your amazing journey. I can't imagine what's in store for a group of young adults that only know how to be great. I encourage you to chase your dreams and follow your passions, because when I received a Monogram jacket, I would have thought you were crazy if you told me I'd play 10 years in the NBA. And lastly, with all the talents and accolades that you possess, keep one thing in mind. Always strive to be a great teammate in whatever you do or whatever team you're a part of. Your lasting legacy will be remembered by how you treat the people around you. And people will hold on to that more than any individual record that you hold. I encourage everyone to stay connected with this university and this unique Monogram Club, and with your coaches and your teammates and classmates and all the wonderful people that you have met and will meet while being on campus here at Notre Dame. So congratulations on this amazing achievement, and go Irish.